Okay, so let's look at something. We're going to be multiplying fractions by fractions, and we're going to be doing it through a pictorial representation, just to make sure we understand it. This pictorial representation is something that's short term. It's just giving you an understanding of what it means. It is not, in the long term, you will not always multiply fractions this way. There's actually a little simpler way, and we'll talk about that in the same time, but I want to make sure we're understanding. So imagine if you had 2/3 of a cake, okay, that you're willing to share. So you have this whole sheet of cake, you're willing to share 2/3 of it. So I'm willing to share these two chunks. And this last chunk, I know I'm not willing to share. I'm going to keep it. When I go to share it, okay, I'm going to then, a friend comes along and says, well, I want to take half of your 2/3. So if I think about this being 2/3, and I'm taking half of that, well, remember, I only had these two parts to share, so I'm taking half of that, the half part. So in other words, there's a total of 6 parts, but 2 of the 6 is what you're taking. So in other words, 2/3 of 1/2, or 2/3 times 1/2, or 2 times 1 is 2, 3 times 2 is 6, is 2/6. But as a pictorial representation, that's what it looks like. So let's look at another one. Let's say we have 3/4 of 2/3. So 3/4 times 2/3. Again, you're right, we could just multiply. 3 times 2 is 6, 4 times 3 is 12, 6/12 is the same as 1/2. But as an image, if I had, again, think about that, if I had 2/3 of something, so I have 2/3, so I have this part and I have this part. There's my 2/3 part, right? Assuming those are equal parts. Sorry, my first bar is a little big. So 2/3 of it, and I'm going to take 3/4 of that. But I'm only taking 3/4 of the 2/3, so I have this bar available to me, this available to me, this available, right, this. So I realize that I have 6 bars available to me out of 2/3, because I took 3/4 of 2/3, which is again the same as 6/12. Okay? Again, it's just getting that pictorial representation to understand what it represents. I hope that helps you as you're unpacking this process. Thank you.